Hey guys, welcome back to Karin MD. Today's video is all about how to make a unicorn cake, and we're just going to jump right in. Already I'm rolling out some fondant that I colored turquoise by adding blue and yellow food coloring to the white fondant to get this turquoise color. In case you're wondering, the white thing on my countertop is cornstarch. You sprinkle it to cornstarch so that the fondant will not stick to the countertop. So we're just quickly going to make the horn, the ears, and the eyes. And I did make all three a day in advance so it would dry. So we're basically finished with our horn, and I'm just using a little brush to put some water into the creases so it can stay together. I'm also going to add some water on a wooden dowel or stick or rod and insert it into the unicorn horn so I can stick it into the cake. So here I'm rolling out some white fondant. We're going to make the ears just using a small rolling pin, adding some cornstarch to our surface again so that the fondant does not stick to the surface. You don't want your fondant sticking. It's painful, it's a lot of work, it makes no sense. So just put a little cornstarch down. It will not affect the taste of the fondant, okay? I'm going to use a cutter from my flower cutter set that I have not used to make flowers. I'm just gonna use it to cut out the ears. It just gives you a precise cut, right? Like, you don't want to screw it up. So we're just going to set that aside for a bit, guys, and then we're just going to take our turquoise fondant. We're going to roll it out again, more cornstarch, don't want to stick, and we're going to make the eyes and the inner part of the ear, right? So we're going to use a circle cutter for the eyes. So just going to cut out 2 circles, and then I'm just going to use the edge of the cutter to line the eyes. So in case you were lost when I said the inner part of the ear, this was what I meant. So we're just going to take the smaller piece, the turquoise fondant, and put some water on it to act as glue and place it on top of the ear, the bigger part of the ear. So that's the outer ear, and then the turquoise fondant would be the inner ear. Get it? Yeah, like do that because you want it to look realistic, even though this is not a realistic animal, okay? Unicorn people don't come for me because I strongly believe in mermaids, but hey, that's a whole nother story. So glue them together, guys, and just set them aside again. So guys, it's time to set everything in motion now. So I just added a little buttercream to the center of our board to act as glue for our cake, right? I'm just going to add buttercream in between these layers. I'm making a 6-inch cake. It has 3 layers. We're just going to add buttercream to each layer, in between each layer, and then we're going to give it a little crumb coat to trap all the crumbs so that when we put our final covering frosting on the cake, you're not seeing crumbs everywhere. As far as decorating go, guys, I would say I'm a self-taught decorator. However, I'm not a self-taught baker. My mother taught me how to bake. I went to school for commercial food preparation and culinary management, where baking was a requirement. But as far as decorating goes, Everything that I have done up to this point is me learning from YouTube or Instagram. Thankfully, I would say I'm a visual learner and trial and error. So I'm just blessed, I'll say, to be able to do cakes. You definitely do not have to use this much icing for your crumb coat, but hey, I don't want to take any chances, so I was a little heavy-handed, but a little buttercream ain't hurt nobody. So if you want to use less, that's up to you, but for me, I just like to make sure everything is trapped in. So we're just gonna finish this up, put it into the fridge for like 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna grab it back out and then do our final layer of frosting. This is just me jamming to some Lila Ike. Please go listen to her. She's a great artist. Unfortunately, because of all this YouTube commotion, I cannot play the song that you guys hear, but just go listen to some Lila Ike, okay? So, guys, we're putting on the final layer. So you could go real thick, you know? Like I'm thick. I like a good thick layer of frosting on my cake. I don't know about anybody else. It just, I don't know. So, go as thinly or thickly as you'd like. And the aim is to cover the cake properly. That is the aim. Also, it's really a matter of preference for what tool you want to use to decorate your cake, guys. I use an offset spatula for the top of my cake, and then I use my metal bench scraper that I run under hot water for the sides. Running it under hot water, once it touches that buttercream, it just melts away softly when you sweep it against the buttercream, right? So that's the method I use. If you want to use an offset spatula for all around, then hey, go ahead, whatever floats your boat. I think because my hands are small too, but I don't know, it's just preference, guys. I'm just filling in some spots that the bench scraper did not catch all the way. I just fill in some spots and then you do another quick sweep around the block to make sure everything is smooth. So on to the fun part, we're coloring or frosting or icing or buttercream, whichever you want to call it, for the unicorn's hair. This part of the video is dedicated to my lovely coworker Kiara, who laughs all the time when I take these containers from work. I try to tell her black people do not buy Tupperware. Okay, she don't believe me. Well, she believes me now, because the other day she offered me some and I was like, I don't want it, and she's like, I'm like, yeah, I do want it. I'm like, the black person in me cannot resist some free Tupperware, okay? So I'm using 4 colors today, guys. Any 4 random colors was fine. And then to make life easy, I'm just going to add our colored frosting onto some cling wrap, and then I'm going to roll it so we can get multicolored here and add it to our piping bag. I'm really mad at myself for adding the yellow buttercream next to the blue buttercream, because blue and yellow makes green, and I already have some green buttercream. But hey, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, roll our icing in a log. We're cutting off the tip of our icing bag, and then we're just going to add the tip inside. Then we're just going to drop our log in to the bag, and then easy peasy colored unicorn here. So for the eyes, again, we're just going to take our glue, which is water. Just put a little on it and the eyes, and we're just going to position them properly on the cake. Our cake was in the fridge all this time. Just took it out, you know. So we're just going to put our eyes on, and then we're just going to step everything up and get this girl real pretty, okay? There's honestly no specifics of doing the unicorn here. This is just me going with the flow at like 2 a.m. because I don't know, that's my favorite time to bake and to decorate. It just calms me. So no specific order. You just want to get this girl's hair pretty. That's all. The aim is to make it pretty. No, there's no rules. to making her hair, right? So just decorate away. So we're almost at the finish line. Our girl's hair is did. It is laid. And we're just going to finish her up by adding the horn and the ears. And we're just going to clean up our board. And we are almost done, guys. Look at our look. Look at that. Look at that. I finally figured out how to use the time-lapse feature, and I'm truly obsessed. So this is just me cutting out happy birthday out of the remaining fondant that we have for the cake board. Again, I'm just going to use our glue, which is water, and just add it to the board. And voila, this is our unicorn cake, guys. Tell me if you guys want more cake tutorials. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, guys.